Hello dear friends, this is Lady Sylvia, and before I pack up all my porcelain pieces, and there are some here that have not been seen, there's those upstairs, I'm downstairs now in my doll room. This is my largest Frozen Charlie. He's 18 inches tall. These were known in Germany as Kinder, and they were bathing dolls, believe it or not. They're solid porcelain. Look at the detail in his hands. And I dressed him. Look at the molded hair. And they are usually painted only on the head. Notice that he has a pink tint. There are pink tinted Frozen Charlies, and I have quite a few, but the large majority the bodies are white porcelain. So he's got a onesie on. This is the way he came. He has a custom built base. And the reason why I'm showing you him is because the factories who made this doll, the German factories, they made thousands of other products. They made candlesticks, lamps, everything from match holders, napkin holders, Inkwells. They made figurines. The major company that did that was called Conte and Bohm. They went under, I think, before the Second World War. One of the reasons why I think people undervalue these beautiful porcelains, they don't understand the history behind these very early dolls. First of all, you have to understand that when World War II happened and the factories were bombed, all records and remnants of these factories were gone, turned to dust. There are some, salvage places that have dug up some of these molds, but basically the records were burned and lost. Also, to remember that a lot of these factories were owned by Jewish people, and the Nazis killed them all. And so their factories were confiscated and destroyed. So I think it's important that we remember these wonderful, absolutely incredible artists who did these fabulous things, which I'm about to show you. And remember them and their history. And we should all value that and never go back to that time. It's one of the reasons why I collect these early dolls, is to remember the history and the wonderful people who devoted their lives to these beautiful dolls. So some of the items they made were these boxes. This is a child in swaddling clothes. And this came in many different varieties. It came a change of color of the bows, change of color of the hairstyle, also the background. Look at this. This is a box, quite large. And here is a French one. This is, I think, my only French baby statue. I have the big French figurines upstairs, but this is a baby statue. Look at the Porcelain doll. And look at his beautiful toes. And the detail of his clothing. And the way he was made. Absolutely beautiful. And then they made lots of other things like little boxes. This is a German one. He looks like an angry little baby. This one is a box. And you see she's telling the baby, the little boy, to hush because the baby's sleeping. This is a box. This is also an inkwell. I put the little sticks because they were missing. They'll probably get lost in the move, but they're easily replaced by putting a toothpick there. But anyway, so then this one is called, I think, The Conversation. This is an inkwell as well. made in Germany. And then here is a little girl. This was probably for toothpicks. They're so beautifully painted though. Here is a baby box. Look at the detail. The porcelain rose in her hair and at her side. Look at the detail. It's so beautiful. And imagine that someone made these. They came out of the mold and then they had to be all hand painted. Here's a little child with his sheep. See, they're boxes. Here's one with her bonnet. Another one with the porcelain rose that's very fragile. You have to be very careful when packing that. Look at how nice. And then this is a very rare item. This is like a vase, but you see it has glass eyes, like the porcelain dolls they made. And look at the applied beadwork. Look at that. So I paid up for this. I've never seen another one like it. It's obviously a vase of some kind. And then this is a little child box. A lot of people have seen it in the blonde, but I never saw the brunette or the dark-haired one till now. There's his little Punchinelle doll, and he's got a trumpet. This is a box, see? And then, see this photo? This is a postcard of a child in a basket. Well, here's the porcelain version of it. And it says, our baggage. And you see the porcelain roses? That has to be very carefully wrapped so you don't chip it and break it. And the baby's got little shoes, little socks, striped socks. I put the silk ribbon on it. And there is a box called Our Baby. And see, the two children are admiring the little baby. And it is a box. And the way I've sealed them is I use this product, Museum Gel. And you know I'm going to buy a whole bunch more when I get to California. This stuff really would have prevented the damage that I lost in the '94 Northridge earthquake. I lost everything. But, because this really sticks. If you put it on the bottom, well, I used it to seal the top and the bottom, but if you put it on a surface, it really adheres, and no matter how much the surface shakes, it won't break off. The only way to open them is you twist them, and it breaks the seal. But it's reusable, it does no damage to the porcelain, and can be reused over and over again. And then this is a figurine by the company, German company, Hubach. Some people call them, what is it, Weibach or something? I call them Hubach. And this is a very famous one, the bonnet baby. Look at how the details. Very, very beautiful. They made larger ones too. Here's another Hubach, a little baby with the nightie halfway down. Look at the cute toes. Adorable. And there's a little box. Hang on. This is two children gathering eggs. This is a inkwell. Look at how well painted. And there in the back are the two lovers. This is also an inkwell, the top from an inkwell. Look at the detail of these porcelain roses. Imagine having to do that. And these are the three. This is a pretty famous one, hard to find. This is an inkwell of three children frolicking. And then here is another little figurine they made in these factories. Here is a lady at her vanity desk. She is an inkwell. And over here, this is one I've never seen another like it. This is a humidor, and she is a bon vivant. She is a, at that time, considering that her bloomers are showing, very sexy lady. And on top of which is very risque, she's sitting on this tasseled ottoman with her hat. She's smoking a cigar. So it's very unusual. Women, it was very frowned upon for women to be smoking in the mid to 1800s. Look at, I love her. I think she's very cool. And she's very rare. I was selling her in my Ruby Lane shop, but I guess, I don't know. Nobody noticed her, but I bought her and I loved her. Anyway, my dear friends, I have to pack all these things up very, very, very carefully. But before I did, I wanted to show you my little treasures. These have been stored way up there in that cabinet for all these 8 years we've been living here. And I wasn't able to show you guys. So now I can, and I thought you would enjoy it. Anyway, my friends, take care, and I won't be leaving Albuquerque till September, so I'll be here, and hopefully I can show you some more things before they're boxed away. Take care. I love you all. You guys have been great to me, and believe me, I appreciate every single one of you. Bye-bye.